Hey, how's it going, Car News, guys? This is Tom Burkart from Car Revs Daily. I hope the new URL is up, and I wanted to, take a video to try to apologize. I'm in my own car. This is my Subaru Legacy GT 2005. I've been in such a bad mood since the site went down last Monday. And I really just wanted to reaffirm the focus of Car Revs Daily. Onto cars, of course. So, just want to take a quick video in my trusty Subaru. We were gonna go get an oil filter change and an oil change today, but it's only like 10 degrees, so probably lots of oil will still be stuck in there and not wanting to come out. But my car is really, really fun, and something I've always wondered, like when reading car magazines, about like the writers I really like. I'm like, well, what is their actual car? And as far as I can tell, it's like Honda Civics and BMW 3 Series Wagon seem to be, the most popular editor picks. So this Subaru Legacy GT obviously is a turbocharged 5-speed manual vehicle with a very low ground clearance versus the Outback XT, which also offered this turbocharged engine between 2005 and 2009. I love this car. I really, really do. It's even though I'm looking at a big road trip next week down to Charleston, and I'm really nervous about the turbo's ability to. The turbo is overboosting, and I haven't found a garage that's willing to fix it because it's an aftermarket turbo, and none of the garages really know that much about the turbo installation, which is how I think this second turbo got installed incorrectly, But anyway, this car has really, really fantastic handling balance, and as a wagon, obviously my dogs aren't back there right now, but they generally are. So, and they're very, very comfortable back there because, with a low vehicle, there isn't as much pitch and roll as with an SUV. But the really wonderful parts of this car is that it's basically like a track car. All right, I'm gonna go down to second gear. If you can see the exhaust behind me, when it's really, really cold, turbos churn up a ton of steam in addition to while they're making that boost, and some of that steam obviously just goes out through the back exhaust pipes. But when it's freezing, I look like Uncle Buck driving down the road, and I've got two huge pipes in the back, so it's just a little silly. But I really do love this car, and I think that in terms of this car's influence on Subaru's lineup, it's pretty tangible. In addition to the 2015 Legacy that looks, really good. It's got a really, really tasteful and classy new appearance. So in addition to that Legacy sedan, we're obviously going to get a new Legacy Outback and potentially a Legacy GT again in a wagon, which is fantastic. And then the other thing that Subaru is sort of like planning, the way they're planning on the way they want to, what I like to think is, leverage this cool sort of fast all-wheel drive wagon style. They have the Lavorge concept at Frankfurt. At Frankfurt or Los Angeles, I can't exactly remember, but the Lavorge is basically like, it looks a lot like this car in terms of its like long flowing glass house, but it's actually based on the Impreza, I guess the Impreza XV. It's sort of based on the Impreza basically, and it's could be closely thought of as sort of an XV Crosstrek that is just a regular XV without the Crosstrek. So it's going to be a little bit lower, but still have that. But so sort of like a modern day WRX wagon, which is good because the new WRX we've only seen as a sedan for the WRX and the WRX STI. So having that special wagon positioning, I think it'll be good for Subaru. And so the Lavorge concept is potentially speaks to a future Legacy wagon, and then I hope they're going to bring back a proper Legacy GT because this car is a serious cult hit. All right, I'm going to pass this truck like a madman. So my check engine light just went on because it's boosting the potentially, like, it's way off the scale. I mean, my boost gauge only goes up to 20 psi, and it this new turbo you know, just boosts it way off the scale. So I have to drive really, really modestly, or the check engine light comes on, which is so shameful. I have a good friend who works for Modified Magazine, and he was like, dude, you cannot even drive that car. It's gonna explode. So I try to just, but it's good because it kind of helps me baby the car a little more, which I really need to do. I'm not sure, I think I did mention this during the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution driving video reviews, is that this car, I thought it was on the third clutch, or I said it was during that video, but it's actually on, it's on its third clutch now, and it has the fourth clutch in the garage. So that's, and the clutch replacement on these Subarus is an engine out job. Engine out, turbo off, you know, everything has got to come out in order to get to that transmission. So it's really, really expensive, and it takes like weeks to get done. So, you know, having an overboosting turbo is potentially not the worst thing in the world for me, because it's going to help prolong the life of this Jatco manual transmission. So lastly, you know, obviously we have a turbocharged engine and a K&N Typhoon intake on this car, which is why it's sort of like, it has a little bit of a louder growl. It's really irritating in day-to-day life, but yeah, this car has like the best 5-speed manual ever, and it turns out this because it uses a hydraulic clutch system, so, which is different. I mean, my first car was a Volkswagen Beetle from the 70s, so like it, you know, it obviously didn't have anything like that, so you could like tighten up the old clutch plates, you know, sometimes, whereas with the hydraulic system that is not possible, but it does create that really like creamy action and progression when you're just driving around. I think the new Mazda 6 i Touring with the manual transmission has that same box, except in like a 6-speed version. And you know, Jatco is like, they're like the number one, they're becoming one of the number one brands for manual transmissions, because they're so much nicer to use than the big Tremex, which are like giant flywheel pressure and, you know, no fun. Or I mean, of course, super fun, but not as I guess effortless as some of the newest ones from Japan. So anyway, hopefully this has been relatively entertaining. Hearing my little Subi boost to hell. This car, I mean, obviously I love it so much. And you know, while we build the traffic for Car Revs Daily, which is, you know, on like another day one again tomorrow, you know, as we build the traffic, it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a little bit before we get some more loaner cars. Simply because, you know, they have to, you know, these guys have to get a return on their investment in terms of like the viewership of that review. So, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there slowly but surely. All right, well, have a great day. Stay warm. It's really, really cold in Chicago. So, shit. Oh my God, I slid into those people's driveway before doing the exact same thing. Came up the street too fast, and then it's just like, woo. We're on summer tires right now, but yeah, I'll pull in my garage so you guys can see how steep this thing is. Oh, shit. Anyway, so I can get out of this driveway. I'm whispering because I don't want the Chevy Silverado to be upset. But I can get out of this driveway even in the Subaru, which has like 4.8 inches of ground clearance, with no matter what the snow. Whereas the Chevy Silverado, like, I got it stuck in this driveway last week or whatever, and had to back all the way into the garage and then like shoot the car up the driveway because it was not going anywhere. So, of course, Subaru 4-wheel drive benefits, and then you know, all the fun of the turbo, and you know, sort of having like a tuning type of roadmap for your vehicle. All right, have a great day, guys. Sorry about the bad mood. Trying to snap out of it. Thanks.